Hi, my name is Brady O'Rourke, and I'm currently a graduate student at Eastern Illinois University, and I will be graduating in May. So I am running this 8-week free Picky Eaters plan program, and I'm just going to refer to it as Picky Eaters. That's not the correct terminology or probably the best name to call it, but everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say that, so that's what we're going to go with just to make it simple. But I wanted to give you a little bit of background on my experience and some of how I kind of got to where I am now. So like I said, I'm a graduate student, and before grad school I was nannying for a family. I nannied for them for 3 consecutive summers, and the oldest little boy at the time, I think he was probably 7 or 8, he had sensory processing disorder and a lot of anxiety, and he had a very restricted diet. He basically was eating Pop-Tarts and chicken nuggets occasionally and salami, and that's all he would eat every single day. So he started going to an occupational therapist, and he received feeding therapy, and he was making very slow progress. And he had homework at home, and they were supposed to carry over the program at home. So I was able to see the difference between how he did in therapy and then how he did at home. And parents always talk about how their child is great for other people and they do great in therapy, and they'll take a bite of something and swallow it with their therapist, but then at home they just refuse. And that is very normal. Children are always worse for their parents than they are for other people. But I kind of saw that firsthand. He would do great in therapy, and then he would come home and just lose it, and it was a struggle. And so I feel fortunate that I got to see that side. And then when I was in grad school, I also saw the therapist side. So I had a client that, again, had sensory processing disorder. He had anxiety, and he had a very restricted diet as well. He was actually on medication because his brain wasn't developing how it should, because he didn't have enough nutrients for his brain to grow normally. So once I found that out, I was like, I'm going to do whatever I can to help this poor little boy, and I'm going to make it a good, fun, positive experience, and I'm going to get him to eat some more foods. And I was so motivated, and I knew nothing about feeding therapy. I was kind of terrified, but I just jumped in. I started doing research, and I talked to a lot of my professors and supervisors, and I just wanted to learn as much as I could to help him the best that I can. So I learned a lot along the way. I found some things that were really successful and some things that weren't so successful, and it's very different for every single child, and each case is very unique. But my goal is to try to provide you with some tips and tricks and strategies and simple things that you can incorporate into your everyday life without having to follow a binder and follow a plan every minute of every day. And I don't want it to be stressful. I want it to be something easy, and I want it to work for you and your family. So again, I'm just trying to provide you with some knowledge and some tips and activities and some fun things that will hopefully help make mealtime more enjoyable for you, for your family, for your child, and hopefully get them eating some more foods. So I hope you're excited for this 8-week program. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see all the progress that we're able to make.